Hey everybody, so welcome to my first YouTube video for this channel. Some of you might know me from TikTok because that's where I primarily posted content. And as you all know, I was mostly focused on tarot and all of that. But, with the whole TikTok ban possibility and everything, I decided to start a new project, which is just, making YouTube videos. And I'm going to continue to do tarot pulls and all that fun stuff. And Mr. Lucifer is somewhere in the tank. Those of you who know from TikTok know that I got a betta fish and that's his tank. So we're just going to vibe here for a moment. So I'm going to do a card pull or a little spread today. I'm just thinking, we're going to do something about the rest of the month of January. Let's see what comes up for people. Obviously this is for entertainment, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Obviously it's just for you to relax and enjoy this. It's not really to be taken seriously, but maybe there is a sign, maybe there is a message that you need or resonate with. So without further ado, let's get started with our card pulls. So I'm going to be using this deck over here. And let's just get it shuffling. Now I'm trying to use a decent setup here, but we'll figure this out. Usually TikTok is just so, you just click record and you're done. I feel like YouTube requires a little bit more effort and possibly aesthetics, but we'll work on it. All right, let's see what we got here for the rest of the month of January for people. Okay, we're already starting with the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups, for me, it just says all about nurturing ourselves, taking care of our emotional health and well-being. With the Queen of Cups associated with water, Cups is associated with water, which water is all about emotions, maybe even deafness in our subconscious mind, and also just intuition as well. So it seems like here that this card is giving the message of, perhaps we needing to tap into our divine feminine, whether it's working with our intuition, nurturing our emotions as well, making sure that we take the time to heal and be easy on ourselves and kind to ourselves, right? And for some of you, this might be that you meet somebody who represents those qualities. It could be a friend, it could be a girlfriend, or a mother, a grandmother, somebody who is very present in your life. And maybe it is time to maybe consult with them, or maybe it is time to open those doors of communication with them, because maybe they have something healing, maybe something good for you during this time. Okay, it seems like there's going to be a theme about connecting with that side of you, whether it's your intuition and your emotions, or simply connecting with somebody that can provide you that healing and support that you're needing during this time. Okay. Ooh. Oh, look at that. We were just talking about healing, and we were just talking about how we tap into nurturing ourselves and all that. With the Six of Swords, it's talking about moving on from the chaos, moving on from something that perhaps was not really good for us, or maybe the energy was just a little chaotic, and now we're going into calmer waters. So leaving behind what probably no longer served us. So this month of January is all about leaving probably 2024 behind, because now we are in the new year, so it's 2025 now, and it is time to leave old habits, old patterns. Maybe there was people in our lives that weren't really good for us, or maybe there were just ways of thinking that no longer serve us anymore, and it is time to move on. Swords, equating to, or the swords represents air, sorry, and also it represents our thoughts. So all about moving on from the old going into the new, or simply just finally stepping into a place of calm. For some of you, I'm getting something about moving on from a relationship, perhaps. I'm getting something about relationship. Maybe you had to leave behind a relationship. Some of you had to leave a friendship that was probably very chaotic. Okay, some of you even had to leave a job, or maybe your job let you go, and maybe you're starting to realize how toxic or how negative that was, and now you're moving into calmer waters. So I think this is just saying that it is time to reshape our mindset and think of now moving forward and not moving backwards anymore. Okay? Very interesting energy for the month of January. Oops, that fell. Well, when you look at that, it was the Four of Swords. Again, it is all about resting. Resting because you deserve it. It is time to rest because you deserve it. And I feel like this is telling a story here. You know, it's all about taking care of yourself, taking care of your own needs, finally putting yourself first, and allowing yourself to get that rest and digest that you much needed. Okay, it seems like when we're leaving something behind, especially from last year, 2024, we're stepping into this new year, new beginnings, maybe new chapters, but it seems like we are called to take it easy on ourselves, because we don't always need to get everything done right away. And sometimes we need that space and time to reflect on the old to go into the new. And with the Four of Swords, when you kind of stop and pause, it allows you to bring in new ideas, maybe new perspectives, and maybe you're getting the clarity that you're much needing of a situation. Maybe some of you, it's all about where you're going to move on to the next chapter in your life. You know, maybe I'm seeing here career shifts for some people. I'm seeing here reflecting on past relationships, past friendships, maybe even just giving yourself that time to reflect on the habits or the situations that you were put in the past, and now finally letting those things go and finally taking time to yourself to renew yourself. Okay, I feel like we're getting this rejuvenating energy that is much needed. So definitely need to take advantage of this energy. I feel like the energy is a little bit heavy for a lot of people, but that's because we're entering a chapter in our lives, especially with everything that's going on in the world, where there's so much unknown. And I feel like the universe is telling us it is time to just move on from the old, take a breather, and let the energies, our minds, just kind of expand, get that clarity, get that new perspective. Because the way that we were thinking before, the things that we're doing before, are no longer going to work moving forward. That's kind of the feeling that I'm getting. So it's just very interesting energy. The Emperor. The Emperor to me kind of just describes something about understanding your own personal power. And it also describes to me, it tells me, it's kind of saying, you know, you're the boss in your story, you're the boss in your reality, and it is time to take those steps and own it. There could be projects. I'm seeing something about projects that need to come into fruition now. This is the time to do it. I'm also seeing here about, it's not all about the feelings and maybe not putting too much emotion into something, or it's time to think critically, it's time to think logically, because sometimes the emotions can stop us from doing what we want to do, of moving forward, right? And when we think more with our logical mind, it allows us to plan things and move forward. It almost kind of gives me that perspective, or that similar energy as the King of Swords, where it's kind of just like logic, planning, moving forward. The Emperor's giving me that similar energy, and as we're seeing with all the other cards, it's all about moving on and taking a new step in a new direction. So definitely take ownership of your own life during this time. It's not about the emotions, it's now about the thoughts, okay? The Three of Swords. Very interesting here. Oops, sorry about that. When I see this Three of Swords, especially in these cards, in these pulls, it's giving me that feeling about, since we're leaving an old chapter and we're moving on to something new, obviously there's going to be, look at Mr. Lucifer just staring at us right here. He's saying hi. The Three of Swords is letting us know that there's always going to be moments that we're going to feel uncomfortable, that we're going to feel the pain, the growing pains of moving on. This is giving much like for those of you who are probably going through a breakup, who had to leave a particular somebody because you needed to grow, you needed to move on. That person was not aligned with you and your future or in your present, so things just had to, you had to move on. And this describes, yes, things can be painful, but at the same time, the only way is through. Sometimes a heartbreak teaches us what we need to value in our lives. And the Three of Swords says, yes, there's pain, but it's not always forever. And growth and healing comes from all of this. So there's a lot of healing energy that I'm seeing here. It seems like a lot of you are going to be very reflective, very much keeping to yourselves, working on yourselves. And that is great. That's a good thing to have. It might feel uncomfortable, but we need these periods of reflection because we get to reevaluate, we get to regenerate, we get to redirect where we want to direct our energy. So let me just pull one more card here and let's wrap this message up. Okay, looks like this card wanted to come out. Ooh, the Fool. I'm glad I stopped and felt that energy there, because the Fool, as you all know, it's the start of a new beginning. I'm taking this as it is time to take that leap of faith. If you've been thinking about perhaps moving, perhaps changing your story, changing your career, changing parts of your life that that need to change, this is the time to do it. And it makes a lot of sense with the spread, especially because we've been talking a lot about leaving an old chapter behind and starting to gain new perspectives and move forward. And at the bottom of the deck here we have the Nine of Cups. So it seems like a lot of you have already been thinking this way for a while before even 2025 started. And it seems like this will be the possibility of a year of you to pursue your dreams, pursue what you want to do. And this energy is going to start pushing a lot of you to make that happen. So if you are thinking or you're feeling that itch or that urge to finally make those changes, to finally move forward, the Nine of Cups is on your side, which is all about fulfillment, finally accomplishing your goals and your manifestations coming into fruition. So very, very interesting energy, very interesting cards. And it seems like a lot of us are going to be moving into a direction that we probably were scared of before, but the universe is going to start pushing us into this direction. So I hope that this helped. I hope that this confirmed anything. And I hope that this served just some sort of peace of mind. I know that not everything is always perfect, but at least with this card pull, I hope that it helps you think about what you want to change in your life and move forward in. So thank you for watching, and I will start posting more videos, more content about this. Please leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next week.